Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World. Last time, we continued through World 6 and unfortunately only being able to get through one level in an episode, but that's okay, because at the end of it, we got ourselves Spooky Yoshi, which his eyes are very terrifying. I seriously think that this guy is just looking right into my soul. Let's get him off screen before I'm just even more terrified by this thing. Heading into World 6-6, Feel Fuzzy, Get Clingy. I love the play on words here because this level, just with the name alone, is referencing one of the levels from Yoshi's Island. Touch Fuzzy, Get Dizzy. And it's pretty much the same kind of thing. Feel Fuzzy, Get Clingy. Because that's the gimmick of the stage. As you can see, just jumping into it, there's a shy guy just stuck to this conveyor belt. And he's going upside down, right side up on it. And the reason why is because these conveyor belts in this level are Velcro. This is such a cool idea because this is the game just playing with its yarn aesthetic to a whole new level. Because the Yoshi is made of yarn, he sticks to the conveyor belt. And I love this idea so much. I also love when you get on the conveyor belt backwards and you climb it. Yoshi will just kind of climb backwards on it as well. And it's just so hilarious looking. This is such a cool idea for a level. I really like it. Honestly, one of my favorite aesthetic levels in the game just because of the Velcro. This is the only level they do something like this, unfortunately, but hey, it's cool they did something like this in general. I really like it. But throughout this level, we're going to be climbing through these Velcro areas in general. And as you can see here, even yarn ball eggs will stick to the Velcro conveyor belts, so that's good. Because anytime we throw a yarn ball here, it'll stick to one of these conveyors, so we won't waste it if we miss our shot. As long as it sticks to the Velcro, then we can go ahead and retrieve the egg on our own. So that's very convenient. If we miss our shot, we have a second chance using that same egg. So that's a very convenient thing for us. Want to be careful with this enemy on the conveyor belt here, because if I run into him, that's going to hurt a lot. Nice old spiky enemy, don't want to run into that. Continuing upwards here in this level, as soon as we go up, we have two things that are hidden spawn. We got ourselves a hidden platform and a hidden cloud to hit. Both things we need because they'll reveal some more hearts for us, which is nice, but it'll make climbing up a lot easier onto this Velcro. So I'm just going to jump back and forth between these two Velcro conveyor belts, which I love doing that. I just love hearing the snap of Yoshi sticking to the conveyor belt and coming right off. Just a satisfying zip sound effect. I really like it. Gotta be very careful not to run those spikes. That would hurt a lot. Luckily, these spikes aren't instant KO, but they do hurt. So I don't want to run them regardless, but at least if you do, it won't be that punishing. Here, before we go through that door, I want to jump over to the left here because there is a hidden wall to jump through. So I want to go ahead and get the stuff there before we continue on, since as soon as we enter this door, it's a point of no return. So yeah, I want to make sure I get that stuff before we enter the next area. I want to go ahead and eat this shy guy just to get him out of my way. Ride this conveyor belt around. We got ourselves a little bead dispenser here, so just jump on that 6 times, getting ourselves the bead that we actually need, the Meaver stamp bead. Getting some more beads there on the left, but more importantly, we want to eat this wall here to our right, which has a stamp bead. Now here, we want to go ahead and enter this green pipe just like the Shy Guys are doing, because those Shy Guys going up that pipe is your hint that this is a secret area for you to go ahead and venture into. So I want to go ahead and collect all the beads here, because getting all these beads will do something special. So this is kind of annoying if you want to be honest, because these platforms up above, they get in your way all the time. So yeah, this is kind of annoying if you want to be honest. Going to take my time here and collect all these beads very carefully. Alternatively, what we could actually do is we can use the magnet badge, which will suck up all the beads next to us, making this much easier. But I don't want to swamp out my badges, so we're going to just tough it out. And we got ourselves the flower in that section, so it was worth it. I go ahead and hit this hidden cloud, which will reveal some beads for us to get. But before we go over to the right to get those said beads, I want to go ahead and just climb up to the top of this conveyor section here, because there's more things for us to collect in this area. This is kind of awkward to navigate just simply because these conveyor belts move very quick, and the top one pushes you to the right. So it's kind of hard to get to the left conveyor belt because of that. But we were able to do it. Got ourselves some Meaver stamp beads, so that does help. But let's just go ahead and continue on with the level now. Want to be very careful here. Don't want to be crushed or pushed down by that block. We got ourselves a Sniffet about ready to shoot out here, so I want to be very careful. And just go ahead and throw a yarn ball at that one just to kill it easily. So Sniffet here is an enemy we've seen before in the Mario series. We actually seen a variation of these guys earlier on in the game in general. We saw these guys in World 5. So the only difference between these Sniffets and the ones in World 5 that these guys don't try to freeze you. These guys actually have projectiles in their mouth. They shoot out these little rock things. So that's really your big difference here between the two different types of snippets. You want to be very careful not to get hit by these little rocks that they have in their mouth. I'm going to eat him and turn him into an egg. I didn't realize that's my 7th egg, which means I lost the one in the back. So goodbye, big yarn ball. You will be missed. I don't really find the big yarn balls that useful in this level just because it's not really a level you need that many yarn ball eggs to begin with. So not having the big one here is not too big of a deal in my opinion. But you want to climb up to the very top of this section here, which will reveal a flower, and it'll have a hidden trail of beads that pop up, but they're really just there for collection's sake. No bead you actually need to worry about getting there for a stamp. Right here, we're entering into another new portion of the level, so I want to go ahead and hit this cloud, reveal a trail of beads for us to collect, so let's go ahead and grab those. I want to go ahead and grab me my thing of yarn here, grab the bead that we actually need, and I'm going to jump over to the left here. So not going where that arrow tells me to. I want to jump over to the left, which reveals a hidden wall with some beads. One of them having a Meaver stamp bead, so that was definitely important for us to go get. And here, we're going to be very careful with these conveyors, because as you can see, there's spikes appearing from the bottom, so I want to be very careful not to jump on the spikes. But here, I'm actually going to go ahead and ride this platform up with these spike enemies, because doing so reveals a hidden ceiling, which has a flower up here, so I definitely wanted to come up above. Want that flower. Gotta be very careful not to jump into that spike. That would have been very painful. And let's just ride this thing down nice and slow. Just take it easy. Let the conveyor belt do its job. No need to outrun this thing. It's like a guy getting very impatient on like a moving platform. Say like they're riding an escalator or something and they're just getting so tired of it moving slow. And they just decide, you know what? I'm just gonna walk it. Don't be that guy. There's a reason why those things move. You're just making things more problematic for everyone else when you're trying to push past people who are just standing there, just enjoying the ride. And that's just not fun. Don't do that. Here, though, I'm actually going to push against this conveyor belt, because over here you want to eat this wall, giving us our final piece of yarn for this area. So there you go. Got our yarn. Now we got to just worry about the flowers and also the stamps. But that's not too bad, because we're coming up near the end here soon, so it won't be that much for us to collect at this point. So I want to be careful here, not to do that. I was trying to avoid jumping into the spikes and just flutter up, but that was some bad timing. Shouldn't have opened my mouth there. Gotta be very careful not to be poked here by the spikes. That would hurt a lot. We got some extra hearts here, so at least I can refill my health right away. Gotta be very careful here, because I need to get into the section, grab the speed, and move immediately, because I will be stabbed. I do not want to be stabbed, because that doesn't feel fun. Gonna eat this portion of the ceiling, and as you can see, there's a lot of yarn for us to be eating here, so be careful of the spike enemy, but let's eat all that. And he just kind of floats now. He used to climb on the ceiling, but now with no ceiling existing, yeah, it's a little weird looking, not gonna lie. I'm gonna eat this portion up here, revealing a pipe inside the ceiling, so let's just slowly climb to it, and we'll get there eventually. Entering this pipe, and we got ourselves a very fast conveyor belt. Do not try to climb on this thing, just constantly jump. If you try to climb on this thing, you will not be fast enough to keep up with it, and it'll push you back to where the pipe is. So if you actually want to make it over here to where the flower is, constantly jump. And that's how you get to it. Gonna go ahead and grab ourselves some beads, and that's our final flower there. So all we got left is one more thing to do. So let's go ahead and make our way through the door and get our final stamp that we need. So as soon as we come into here, got another fast conveyor belt. So this one, gotta just collect all these beads, which will reveal our final Meaver stamp one, and that is it. Now we just gotta get to the end, which conveniently for us is right over here at the very end of the conveyor belt. I didn't get a bonus there? That's weird. Normally when I play this level, I hit the bonus stage at the end of the conveyor belt. It's lined up in a way where this is one of the easier stages to actually get a bonus game. This is that one exception. Wow, okay. Bad luck for me, I guess. That's fine. We don't really need it right away, but I am running low on beads, so I won't be able to constantly spam my Sea Hand Items badge for that much longer. I mean, there's not much left to the game, so I don't really have to use it too many more times, but I still want to have enough beads to actually buy the badge, because it's a very helpful badge. But since we collected all the yarn in this level, we unlocked ourselves the Painty Yoshi. Definitely looks like someone tried to paint up this Yoshi, just getting a white canvas and just splotching ink all over it. I call it bold and brash. More like belongs in the trash. We'll use him though, he's not trash to me, he's a nice looking Yoshi. Moving into 6-7 here, we got ourselves Kamek's Last Ditch Flyby. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Sea Hand Items badge, Now let's just jump straight into this one. Just as the level name implies, this level features Kamek. This is Kamek's last-ditch effort to stop Yoshi before he gets to Baby Bowser. So, we definitely want to be avoiding Kamek here for that reason, so yeah, let's just be very careful in general. And as soon as I say that, I jump off the edge. That's smooth. So, I want to go ahead and grab ourselves some eggs right here. Grab that bird. And these guys are interesting. Remember the seagull enemies we saw earlier? Well, that's the seagull enemy just now dead. It's basically a dry bones variety now. Very interesting, also very morbid to think about. Like, what happened? How'd you guys die, and why is there so many of you? But in this level, we're going to have Kamek constantly chase us. If you want to get rid of Kamek for a short amount of time, you will either jump on him, or you spit a yarn ball egg at him. So, one of the two. Yarn ball egg, or jumping, and that'll give her a Kamek. But not for long. As you can see, Kamek comes back pretty quick if we don't attack him. But if we do attack him, we have a little more time to work with here before Kamek wants to go ahead and make another run by to attack Yoshi. You're going to grab these dead enemies. Feel bad for them. Be very careful here, Kamek. Just jump off his head. Serves him right for all the stuff he's been putting Yoshi's through. Gonna wait here before I throw my yarn at this platform. Because if I throw it at the wrong time, then that flower is just going to jump straight down to a pit, and I do not want it to fall. So, yeah, let's be very careful of that. But hit a checkpoint here, and continue onwards. This section here, as you see, we have a lot of moving platforms. So, these are on a timer. After a short while, these will flip around to the background, and when they flip like that, they will push Yoshi off. So, once that happens, just go ahead and use your flutter jump to survive. You want to be very careful and not be standing on those platforms when they're flipping to the background like that. Because if you're not paying attention, that will actually kill you, since it'll drop you down into a bottomless pit. Using the Fall into Pits No Problem badge here will make this level a lot easier simply because that threat of worrying about bottomless pits is all gone. So you don't have to worry about falling there because you'll just bounce right out of the pit. Making things a lot easier if you want to be honest. Here I need to grab all of these beads, which I'm doing a horrible job at. I think I have just enough time. Yes, I do. Grab all the beads there, get yourself a flower. Very important for me to get that, and I was going to be very worried I was going to miss my chance. Luckily, we did not, even though we got very close, but I want to go ahead and hit this cloud here down below to reveal this little pathway, and more importantly, will give us a transformation door. So let's go ahead and take this transformation. Let's see what we have behind the green door. Looks like we got ourselves the Sky Pop Yoshi. So it's time for another shoot 'em up. Been a while since we've done a shoot 'em up, so why not? Let's go ahead and blow these birds out of the sky. This is a lot of fun to do. I'm gonna be careful of these homing bills. These are basically the same thing as bullet bills, but now they home in on where Yoshi is. They do move a little bit slower than a normal bullet bill, so that's the one advantage to fighting a homing bill. They're a lot slower, meaning that they're easier to read. You can figure out where they're coming from in a shorter amount of time, which does help out quite a lot. Want to be careful here. Want to take out all these Shy Guys before they fall down Yoshi's head, which does give me some more beads, but at the same time, I want to make sure you don't really stun me for too long. Here, there's a crap ton of slowdown. I mean, seriously, this game cannot handle all these bullet bills. It's just too much. I want to go ahead and hit that little exclamation point to get us our final trail of beads, getting us out of that transformation section. And that's it. Let's go ahead and continue onwards. I'm going to go ahead and throw a egg at this hidden cloud, give me some more health. Eat this bird, and be very careful of Kamek here. He's going to swoop in, trying to kill me, but not going to let that happen. You're not going to get this Yoshi. I mean, look at this Yoshi. He's very colorful. You can't hurt the colorful Yoshi. This is a very sneaky cloud, but there is a cloud hidden in this patch of clouds, and you want to actually break that open because it has a flower. They hide a cloud in a cloud. How meta. But it's really hard to notice it because it's a wait exclamation point cloud behind purple foggy looking clouds. It took me a while to find out in the first playthrough, even with the Sea Hidden badge on. That still takes a while to find, simply because there's nothing indicating it's really there with the Sea Hidden badge, so it can't really help you. And it's such a well-hidden thing in general, it is very easy to miss. So, yeah, that one took me quite a while to find on the first playthrough, simply because of how well they hid it. But this cloud here wasn't nearly as well hidden, because it's just kind of sitting out in the open. You just have to be able to get to it. That's the hardest part about getting that flower. Here we got ourselves some more hearts, so I'll take those even though we're at full hearts now. Why not? I'm gonna go ahead and just get hit by Kamek apparently, but that's bad. want to be very careful here because, unfortunately for me, I don't think there's any more chances to get hearts. So I'm probably going to have to replay this level. But here, I want to go ahead and collect all these beads and apparently fall to my death. Yep. Conveniently, we're right here, so it doesn't really do much in all honesty. It just kind of hurts. Unfortunately, I kind of missed my shot there. I want these hearts. I just want to be safe. I'm going to go ahead and eat the guy that time to make an egg. Here, I'm going to wait a little bit. Eat you. Eat you. I think I should make this platform move a little bit more before I go for this exclamation point. Last time, that was not the best move. Going for this thing a little bit earlier. So I'm going to move this platform a little bit more. And now let's grab this. Got to be very quick here. Grab all these beads as fast as we can because we need to get those to get to a flower. And that's our final flower. And throw an egg up here, which will reveal our final thing, a yarn. So there you go. That's everything. The only thing we're missing, unfortunately, is one bead, which is coming up, I believe, and then the hearts. And there's nothing I can really do about the hearts, so I'm just going to go ahead and just leave. Look at Kamek go. Try to keep up with him. It's kind of hard. Well, there's Kamek. And there goes Kamek. I was going to throw this egg at you, but unfortunately you got away. We'll get you next time. That was Kamek's final effort at keeping Yoshi out of Bowser's Fortress. Unfortunately for him, he failed because we made it to the end of the level. We did it. Minus the hearts, but we did it. I will have to go back through and replay there, but luckily, it's not too bad to get through that level without taking damage at some points. I mean, the hardest part, honestly, is going to be that vertical climbing section because of all the birds flying from left to right. So, besides that section, I should be able to avoid everything else perfectly fine. But now we got ourselves a new Yoshi since we collected all the yarn here. We need it back together, the Kamek Yoshi. And since we beat our final level here before the boss, now we have this pipe drop in. And this pipe will take us to the top and allow us to enter Bowser's Castle. But before we do that, we need to go ahead and change Yoshis. So, yeah, I'm not ready to go and fight Bowser just yet. I want to go ahead and get me an amiibo. So I'm going to go ahead and get myself an amiibo to go back through that Kamek level with. So, looking over my amiibos, there's really not much left for us to choose from. And at this point, I figured, since we're going back through a baddies level in general through the sky, let's go ahead and pick a character that is considered at times to be a bad guy going through the sky as well. Meta Knight Yoshi. To be fair, I'm kind of stretching the bad guy comment because really, Meta Knight's not really much of a villain. In a way, you can kind of consider him an anti-hero because he is a hero, kind of like Kirby in the series, but there are times where he kind of does things that really aren't with the best mindsets, if you want to be honest. Take Kirby Superstar. One of the modes there, Revenge of Meta Knight, has him wanting to take over Dreamland for himself just so he can kick out King Dedede and rule the land. Not the best move, buddy. Not gonna lie. But, we're gonna use Meta Knight Yoshi here to go back through Kamek's Last Ditch Flyby here. And I'm gonna go ahead and go in with no badge, and with that said, I'll see you guys on the other side. Wasn't a bad run through that level. Didn't get too many beats there, but that's not too big of a deal to be honest, because we got the hearts, which is the whole reason why we're here in general. So there we go. got ourselves everything to level. Now it's 100% complete. So at this point, there's only one thing left for us to do, and that is to take the pipe up to the very top of this dresser and go into our final level of World 6. I'm actually going to go ahead and save that for the next episode. Next time on Let's Play Yoshi's Woolly World, we'll be finishing things up and confronting Bowser. I'll see you guys next time.